How do you hit your iron straight every time? Well, today we're going to find out with CPJ Coach James. Where do we start?
We'll start with you hitting a ball.
Okay,
Let's
sounds easy. So right now we're using our 7 iron and we're coming up to our ball.
Oh, great shot.
What is
Right
this?
at the target.
This is not a driving range?
It was pretty straight,
Uh-huh.
but it could be a fluke. So let's try one more.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said. should I give you one more chance?
Okay, one more.
One more chance. Okay, not bad,
Not straight.
but not straight, right?
And not consistent.
No. Obviously, you're not gonna have a good consistency every single time.
Okay.
Your ball striking is gonna change every time because you're not a pro golfer. But one thing that I want to change, first thing I want to change is your pre-shot routine.
Okay.
So all 3 shots, your routine was different. So
Okay.
what I mean by pre-shot routine is when you're about to hit the ball, you have your own routine.
Right.
But first one was just like this, and second one you didn't grip the club and just went right into the setup.
Right.
So every shot, every time you hit a ball, I want you to have your own routine. So for me, I don't do this at the range, but when I'm at the golf course, I'm always find a target, and then I align my club face to the target, and then I grip my club, and you see my feet are together, right in front of the ball, and this is my 8 iron. So if it's 8 iron, I move my left feet this much, and same amount this much. The ball can be in the center. And then I look at the target, and then I hit the ball. It doesn't have to be same as mine. You can just have your own routine, but trying to keep it as same as possible every single time.
Right.
Because if every time it changes, your club face might be closed or open on the setup, or your grip might be too strong or too weak, and also your ball position might change. So you might put the ball slightly on the left, sometimes on the right. So when you get into your impact position, your club can be open or closed, depends on your ball position.
Right.
So routine that I taught you before was square the club face. So do the square the club face
Okay, square the club
first
face.
at the target, which
Yes.
is just right there. And then grip your club.
Okay.
Good. And then get your legs. Good. So make sure the ball is in the center. So in the driving range, it's very easy, right? But at the course, it's going to be a little bit hard.
Right.
So yeah, let's give it a try. Let's try 2 more shots.
Okay.
Okay, that's fairly straight. Just wasn't a perfect contact.
Yeah.
So let's try one more. Do the pre-shot routine. So club
Straight face.
Yep.
And then in the center.
Yep. The grip same. Good. Oh, good. It's a little open face. But yeah, that's a pretty good shot. Just doesn't have to be this. Just trying to stay with the same routine every single time.
Well, building a routine requires you to practice enough
Oh yeah.
to know what's comfortable, right? Step number 1, we did our routine. So step number 2, we're gonna do our grip.
Yes. So we're gonna check on your grip.
Okay.
So let's get your setup.
Okay.
And let's actually face the target, face the camera. So do your grip. Good. So first thing I check on my student when they slice a ball or they push a ball or they hook a ball, first thing I check is their grip. So let's get to your setup. So once you start pushing a ball or your club face being too open every time, so first thing I check if their grip is too weak. So what I mean by weak grip is seeing one knuckle on their setup and your right hand going like this. That's called weak grip.
Okay.
And
so
then,
everything shifted to the left.
Yes. So usually what happens is when your hands are too weak, grips are too weak, you can only see one knuckle on your left hand. Your club face is gonna be a lot open during the impact. So first, if you're a person who hit the ball to the right side with open club face, check your grip first. So make sure you're on the top of the setup. You should be able to see 2 knuckles, which means knuckles from this angle, 1, 2, not just one. And then make sure your right hands are covering the left thumb like this.
Well, let's talk about why they need to do this. Well, just from a physics standpoint, we all have a neutral position in our hands, right? So if they have a weak grip and everything shifted to the left, that means when they're hitting, their hands are gonna naturally want to come back into neutral position, which then opens the club face.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That's the pretty much reason why.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have a strong grip, which is like 3 knuckles and right hand going over to the right side, you have high chance that your club face is gonna close during the impact. So if you're a person who hooked the ball or closed the club face too much, then always check on your grip first. So mainly, at least like 50 to 60% of the issue came from the grip for my students. So yeah, what's your miss? Is it left or right?
Well, you'll see that when I miss to the right, it's because I'm hitting a bit of a slice.
Yeah.
And when I miss to the left, it's because of my club angle, because it goes straight left.
So for me, when I notice you swing, it's usually more right side, right miss.
Yeah.
So
When I hit it good, it's more of a slice.
yes, when you hit it in the middle of the club face, it's usually right side.
Right.
Yeah, it's usually never
Okay.
left.
So I should try using a stronger grip.
A little bit stronger. So
But I shouldn't change my club path at all.
no, we're not changing your swing.
Okay.
We're only changing the grip.
Only changing
So
my grip.
It might feel a little bit weird, but it only takes 1 day to get used to a new grip.
Okay.
So just, I know it's a little
What does 1 day mean? Because some
1
people's
day
days
of-
are longer.
1 day of changing a grip, but you got to stick with the one grip. And if
Okay.
you do that for 1 day, the next day, if you go back to your old grip, it's gonna feel super
Really?
awkward.
Ah.
Yes. It only takes 1 day.
Okay. Well, this is I'm doing a much stronger grip than
Just a
normal.
little bit, not too much, because you're only pushing your ball like 10 yards right. So,
Okay, so just a little bit.
Yep.
So that's my little bit stronger grip. Okay.
Oh, that's good. It's a little left, but good contact.
Straight.
Yeah. So check your grip. That's our second second tips. Third tip is the takeaway. When you're doing your takeaway, I see a lot of golfers, they roll over their hands like this. So their hands are away from their body, and their hands are the club head is going behind their body. So when you're doing a takeaway, make sure we keep our club face neutral.
Okay, so that takeaway that you just said, how does that affect the direction of the ball?
Oh, because as soon as you start your takeaway, you're opening your club face. So on the downswing, you have to eventually close it, right?
Right.
So while you're closing the face, your chance of you squaring the club face is very low.
So there's so many factors that affect the shifting of your club face. The setup, your grip, the takeaway, everything can shift your club face.
Oh, yeah. Your goal is to keep the club face square from the
Right.
setup to the backswing and to the impact.
It seems so impossible to recognize where the mistake is coming from.
Yeah, that's why you got to go through every single
Okay,
step.
one by one,
Yeah,
right?
one by
okay,
one.
but
So,
anyways, the
one by
takeaway.
one, we first start with the routine, club face square. Because if your club face was open at the setup, obviously when you go back, it's gonna be open.
Right.
Unless you're trying to close the face. Make sure when you're doing a takeaway, club face is square, and keep it square the whole time.
And by square here, you mean what on your club face?
Square means your club face has to match your spine angle.
Okay.
So you see this angle right here, it's match my spine angle. This is open, and if it's facing down, it's closed.
Right.
So imagine you're doing this. Just stand up like this, and you just turn your body. You see your club face doesn't change at all, right? But if I turn and rotate my hands, you see the club face is open. So that's pretty much what a lot of people are doing.
So club
They're
face
rolling over
same
their
as
hands.
spine angle, and then
And then you just need to do a wrist hinge this way.
okay.
But we're only working on takeaway. Because if you can fix your takeaway, there's low chance that you'll be opening your club face or closing the face.
So should they be practicing swinging with just this takeaway?
Oh yeah, takeaway. Or you can hit the ball with the takeaway like this. Square the club face and then just hit the ball like this. Once this becomes easy, then you can go with half swing. Here, half swing, and rotate.
Right.
So your goal is to just not open the club face during the backswing.
Right.
So let's give it a try.
So am I opening the club face right now during my backswing?
A little bit, yes.
Really? Okay.
Just a little, though. Oh, that's a good one. Good. So that's pretty straight. So last tip is the timing of your impact. So when I look at my clients swing through the video, so I look at their timing. So whenever their upper body is faster than their lower body, your ball tend to go left because your club face closes faster when your upper body goes faster. So vice versa, if your lower body is faster, your club face tend to go open. So we're just trying to find the timing. So some of my students are very active with their lower body. So their hand end up getting stuck behind and getting their club face open like this. And some of my students have a very active upper body. So their upper body goes faster than their lower body. Their club face closes. So we have to find the perfect timing for these two. So for you, do you think you're using a lot of lower body during the impact, or
I think I don't really use lower body. I think as I come down here, I maybe initiate with a little bit lower body, but as I come down, I don't rotate all the way through. I just extend with my arms.
You kind of get stuck here, and then your hands starts to flip over, right? We have to make sure your hip doesn't get stuck here. We need to turn more. So for you, we need to get your left feet to be slightly more open, so it gives you more time, gives you more rotation during the impact. Yeah, that will be a perfect sequence. So if you have to do a video of yourself from the side and the front to see if your upper body's taking over or if your lower body's faster. So lower body, if your club face open because your lower body's faster, your position would look like this. See, my body's kind of tilted this way and my hip is going this way, my arm's getting stuck. If you're a person who is upper body's faster than the lower body, it will look like this. So right shoulder is in the front, like this, and your belt buckle is kind of facing forward, like this.
Right. I'm not rotating. I can feel it.
So, but this tip is not for you though. You don't have any issue with the sequencing. Yeah. So it's not a big issue for you. So
well, my sequencing is not perfect, but right now it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
At all. No. You're not getting stuck, or your upper body's not as fast as the lower body.
And I think for me, or like people who are not flexible, to want to do a perfect sequence is just unrealistic. It's gonna mess up everything else. Yeah. So that's how you hit the ball straight with your irons. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.